Starting off with a dynamic warm-up, let's get ourselves ready to do our mobility. Give me 8 neck rolls in each direction. Followed by 8 arm swings, up and down in each direction, vertical arm swings. When you're done with your vertical arm swings, we call them back slappers, over and under, 8 each side. After your back slappers, go right into your inchworm. Walk your hands into push-up position and then walk your hands back to your feet. Do all of this without bending your knees. Walk your hands forward without bending your knees. Walk your hands back without bending your knees. You can do the push-up or not do the push-up. Either way works. When you're done, knee hug to lunge. 4 each leg. Knee hug to lunge. After your 4 knee hug to lunges, we're going quad stretch to reverse lunge. Standing quad stretch to reverse lunge. You're going to give me 4 of those on each side. Maintain your posture. Keep that front foot flat. Keep that front shin vertical. I want that back knee to almost touch the ground. Again, I want 4 on each side. When you're all done, give me 8 squat jumps or 8 squats if you're not able to squat jump. Coach Roberto's taking us through our rolling patterns. Remember, with the rolling pattern, it's all about disassociating your shoulders from your hips. In this instance, the shoulders are going first and the hips are following through. This is a very fluid motion. It should be very smooth, and we should see a clear separation between the movement of your shoulders and the movement of your hips. Take your time. Again, make this as fluid as you can. Coach is going through the lower body rolling pattern. Again, whatever side you're doing, that side moves first. In this instance, the lower body's moving first and the shoulders are moving second. Still fluid. Doesn't matter if it's upper body or lower body, it's a fluid motion. Coach Roberto's taking us through the side lying rotations. You're going to lie on your side. In this instance, Coach is on his left side. He's going to inhale as he opens to his right. He's going to try to get his wrist, elbow, and shoulder to touch the ground. Trying to keep those knees and ankles together without those knees coming off the ground. 2 sets of 8 repetitions on each side. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you bring your hands together. Opening up that lower back, lying leg swings. Try to keep those shoulder blades on the ground. Roll those hips from side to side, bringing your foot to your opposite hand. Again, try not to lift those shoulders off the ground. Try to keep those legs as stiff as you can. Really focus on rotating those hips from side to side. Half kneeling hip flexor stretch. Whatever knee is down, we want to create a straight line from that knee all the way up to those fingertips. A couple different ways to intensify this stretch. You can lean away like Coach Roberto just demonstrated, or you can elevate that back foot. So in this case, you would put your foot on the bench and that knee would still be on the ground. Focus on pushing those hips forward. Spidermans with rotations here. We're getting some hip extension and thoracic spine mobility here. We're doing 6 reps on each leg. You can do it in place like coach is showing you, but he'll also move forward here in a moment. Either way works. We just want to make sure we get the 6 reps on each side. Take your time here. Don't rush it. Coach Caitlin's demonstrating the dumbbell hip thrust. She's going to place the resistance on her hips. Shoulders are dug into the bench. She's going to lower her hips until the bottom touches the ground and then bridge those hips as high as they'll go. Hard squeeze at the top. Inhale on the way down. Exhale as you squeeze. Going into just the regular hip thrust, body weight in case you don't have any resistance. If you do have resistance, you can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell, whatever works. But if you don't have resistance, this works just fine. Coach Caitlin is demonstrating the single leg hip bridge. Both feet are planted firmly on the ground. Bring one knee to your chest and then bridge those hips as high as you can. Again, inhale on the way down. Exhale as you reach. It's okay to straighten out that top leg and reach. Reach as you elevate your hips. So we're showing you these from lower intensity to higher intensity. Of the 3 hip bridges, this is by far the most difficult one and the most intense one, and probably gets the most activation. Okay, dig that heel into the bench, the top of the bench. Really push through that heel and extend those hips as high as you can. Inhale on the way down as you touch your bottom. Exhale as you squeeze. When you're done, 10 swings. 10 of your best 2-hand kettlebell swings. Coach Craig is taking us through the rotational push-up. This is where your push-up meets a side plank. You're going to go down and give us your best push-up and then rotate into a side plank. Inhale on the way down, exhale as you push, and don't over-rotate. Focus on getting long. If you need to modify this, you can go to your hands and knees and still do the same thing. Focus on the push-up first. Plank is second. Coach Craig is taking us through the band pull apart, the vertical band pull apart. Arms fully extended above your head, no bend in your elbows, and pull that band down until your arms come to about shoulder height. Inhale at the top, exhale as you pull that band down. Do not bend your elbows here. Coach Caitlin is showing us the shoulder touches. You're going to get in your best push-up position. You can actually have your feet hip width apart or maybe even slightly wider than hip width apart. Brace those abs. Without moving your hips or shoulders, touch your right hand to your left shoulder and your left hand to your right shoulder. Breathe, touch, 10 each side. Coach Kyle is taking us through the reverse lunge, standing with his feet together, taking a deep breath in, and stepping back into his lunge, lightly touching that knee to the ground. A couple different ways to modify this. We'll show that to you shortly here. Coach Kyle could easily be using some resistance. We could put a bar on our back if you have the equipment. We could use a dumbbell. We could use a kettlebell. We could use a coffee can, whatever you have available. by all means, use some form of resistance if you'd like to. Coach Caitlin is showing us the modified split squat version here. It's basically a stationary lunge, nice long stride pattern. When you're done, grab your dumbbell or your whatever you're using, overhead carry down about 15 steps, 10 steps, whatever you have space for, down with one side, back with the other. Coach Roberto taking us through jump rope, going for 30 seconds here. Now, if you have a real jump rope, by all means, get after it. Do your jump rope. If you do not, stay on the balls of your feet, bouncing for 30 seconds. Getting ready for conditioning, starting off with bear crawl marches. Now, if you have space for bear crawls, by all means do your bear crawls. If you have the space, go down 10 yards, 15 yards, and go back. If you don't have the space, we're doing a bear crawl march in place for 30 seconds. Coach Kyle has taken us through the reverse mountain climbers. He's demonstrating the modified version first. You're going to get in your best crab crawl position, and without lowering your hips, bring those knees to your chest, 1 foot at a time. Keep those toes pulled up. We call that dorsiflexion. Again, keep those hips as high as you can. The regular version here is done the same way, but with a straight leg instead of that crab crawl position. Do your best here. This is one of the more difficult exercises that we do.